If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
Shy teenager Nick Twisp lives with his mother, Estelle, and her boyfriend, Jerry, in Oakland, California. After selling a faulty car to a group of sailors, Jerry takes Estelle and Nick to a trailer park in Clear Lake where Nick meets Sheeni Saunders, a young woman his age, interested in French culture and sharing Nick's musical taste. Despite her boyfriend, Trent Preston, they become romantically involved. Nick gets a dog for her named Albert, after Albert Camus. But Albert rips up the family's property and Sheenie's parents ban it from the house. Before Nick returns to Oakland, Sheenie promises to arrange a job in Ukiah for Nick's father, George, while Nick agrees to get his mother to kick him out so he can return to Sheenie. In Oakland, Nick creates an alter ego named Francois Dillinger, a suave, rebellious troublemaker. Immediately after, Jerry dies of a heart attack. Quote, under Francois' influence, Nick mouths off to his mom and her new boyfriend, police officer Lance Westcott. Nick takes Jerry's Lincoln and crashes into a restaurant, starting a fire. Lance agrees to lie and report the car stolen in return for living with his father. In Ukiah, Nick phones Sheenie and tells her he blew up half of Berkeley to return. Her mother overhears this and ships her to a French boarding school in Santa Cruz, forbidding Nick ever to see her again. Single quote. Nick befriends Vijay Joshi, and they take Vijay's grandmother's car to visit Sheenie. They sneak into Sheenie's room. Nick meets Bernice in the bathroom, and he claims Trent said terrible things about her. Later, Bernice brings the matron to the room and the boys flee. On the way home, the car dies and Nick calls Mr. Ferguson, his father's idealist neighbor, to pick him up, telling Ferguson that Vijay is an illegal immigrant whom Nick is trying to free from persecution. Single quote. When he returns home, Nick meets Sheenie's older brother, Paul, who tells him that she will be returning home at Thanksgiving and invites him. Nick sends Bernice letters asking her to slip sedatives into Sheenie's drinks to make her sleep in class, getting Sheenie expelled. Nick finds Lacey, George's 25-year-old girlfriend, Paul, and Ferguson, in his living room, high on mushrooms, and Nick joins them. When George finds them, he punches Ferguson, and Paul punches George. Lacey leaves the house to live with Paul. On Thanksgiving Day, Nick receives a call from his mother explaining Lance left and will not cover for him anymore. Then, at Sheenie's, Trent unexpectedly arrives and tells them about Nick's letters to Bernice. Sheenie is horrified and Nick leaves. Quote, Nick steals his father's car to escape the police, then removes his clothes and drives the car into a shallow lake in front of the police station. He gets a wig and dress to impersonate one of Sheenie's friends. He fools Mr. and Mrs. Saunders, going up to Sheenie's room. Upstairs, Nick tells Sheenie that he understands what loneliness is like, and that everything he has done, burning down Berkeley, destroying his parents' cars and having her sedated, was also that they wouldn't have to be alone anymore. Sheenie forgives Nick, and they have sex, finally achieving Nick's dream of losing his virginity. Trent barges in, telling them he's brought the police. Nick and Trent fight until the police comes to arrest Nick. Nick asks Sheenie to wait for him, She reassures him that he will only be in juvenile detention for 3 months. Single quote. The animated closing credits show Nick in jail with Francois helping him. When Nick is released, Sheeni shows up in a car and they drive away into the sky towards the Paris skyline. As various characters appear to make amends and give them their blessing. Single quote.